Gloucestershire made solid progress with the bat on the second day of their LV County Championship match with Glamorgan in Swansea to earn a slender first innings lead. The visitors needed only 6 balls of the second morning to get rid of Andrew Salter, he edging a full ball from David Payne to Chris Dent. Salter hadn't added to his overnight 73, but Michael Hogan and the other overnight batsman Kieran Bull did put on 23 runs for the last wicket to help take the total from day one's 271 for 8 to 299 all out, the home team just missing out on a third batting bonus point. That's because on 31, Bull nicked off to Payne, who ended with figures of 4 for 73. So, 40 minutes into the day, Gloucestershire were out to bat in sunny conditions near the South Wales coast, and acting captain Will Tavares and Dent soon settled into their job, knocking off 31 of the runs in the first 8 overs of their reply. Dent just can't make a big score at the moment, and he failed to get enough behind a defensive shot off Craig Macheda and was bowled for 11. Tavares, meanwhile, has followed Geraint Jones, Ian Cobain and Michael Klinger as skipper this year, and he looked to make the most of his new responsibility in partnership with Gareth Roderick. They added 25 before Roderick was out to Graham Wagg before lunch. That was taken then with the total on 75 for 2 and the match nicely poised, but it was the visitors who began to get on top in the afternoon, first through a 55-run partnership between Benny Howell and Tavares, these two looking to make the most of the conditions before this surface offered too much to the spinners. When Salter was brought on, Howell immediately went after him, driving him down the ground for a 6. However, the bowler had something to smile about in his next over, as Tavares on 47 lobbed up a simple catch to Anarin Donald at short leg. That would have given Salter and his team plenty of encouragement at a ground where the slow bowler more often than not has something to lick his lips about. New man Hamish Marshall, back after suffering a recurrence of a calf problem and only called into this game late as a replacement for the injured Craig Miles, looked to pick up some boundaries off the medium pacers instead. As did Howell, a man in the form of his life with a bat right now. This has been his coming of age season, in fact. He hit a maiden first-class 100 in the win over Leicestershire last time out in Cheltenham and was again looking rather good at another outground. He was happy to take his time while Marshall played with a little more freedom and was certainly not going to miss out on any gifts such as this one from Bull. So Marshall was first to his 50. He'd needed only 58 balls for it, in fact. The Kiwi, who's not fully fit yet, looking to make up for lost time after missing a couple of spells of this season through injury. He struck that 6 and 8 other 4s in a very positive knock. Howell had also made it to the half-century mark by the time he got to tea. This one of the 5 boundaries he'd struck from the 117 deliveries he'd used to get there. Glamorgan were not helped by an injury to Wagg, who pulled up during an over that aided Gloucestershire a bit as they began the final session on 219 for 3, just 80 runs behind, and Marshall and Howell put on 21 more to take their partnership with the 4th wicket up to 129. But Gloucestershire were then pegged back. On 70, Marshall was given out LBW to Hogan. Howell edged a ball behind from Macheda, which bounced more than most to depart for 67. And Kieran Nima Barnett edged a half drive off the same bowler to Chris Cook. Parity had been restored with the visitors now on 262 for 6, 37 runs behind, but by the close they'd moved ahead without any further losses, thanks to Miles Hammond playing in just his 3rd first-class match, and Jack Taylor, a young man who's been in prime form of late with the bat. These two had added 39 by the close, with Hammond on a career-best 17 and Taylor on 22. They saw their side to stumps on 301 for 6, and that has them 2 runs ahead going into day 3.